Now, this went viral. And what I find interesting is that you have people who are cheering this. They're incredibly happy that this is happening. And then there are people that are absolutely livid that it is happening. They're incredibly offended that it is happening. So you got like these extremes of emotions. There's almost no in between. There's almost no person that plays video games and listens to this and goes like, huh. So how can you tell which are the group of people that love this versus which are the group of people that hate this? So let's say you have a gay person. Do you think they love this announcement or they hate it? And the answer is you can't tell. There are gay people who like it. There are gay people who hate it. You can't actually, like, if you look at the targeted demographic that you think this is for, they are divided on the issue. Instead, you need to look at what circles do they spin under. Like, if they're in the corporate environment, if they're with the corporate press, or if they're with AAA gaming, or if they're with the establishment sources, they absolutely love it. They absolutely adore it. But if they're just a gamer, like a random person from Discord, even if they're gay, even if they're trans, they absolutely hate it. And I find that to be incredibly interesting. First of all, I don't know why the people at corporations love it, but I assume they have to say that, right? Because we saw people who disagree getting fired. They represent the corporate brand. So they're ideological slaves. That's how I treat them. This is why I don't even listen to what people in corporations think. Especially not after what happened 2 weeks ago, where a football player went to a Catholic school saying basic bitch Catholic things, and immediately the cheerleader went, it's like, hold on a little bit, you're working for a corporation. You represent the you can't say those things. Now, obviously, the football player was setting world records, so they couldn't fire him, but that is the mentality that's happening in most places. And we saw it with Gina Carano as well. Like, they want empowered women to speak out, and the moment that a woman says something that goes against the established orthodoxy, she gets fired. So whenever I listen to journalists, whenever I listen to established people, I don't care what they say. I just watch what they do, because I know what they say is usually not what they actually think. I can't trust that. So let's analyze, why are people so upset about this particular article, right? Which is that Marvel's Wolverine associative narrative director says every lever must be pulled to push disordered LGBTQ plus agenda. It's kind of interesting because when I grew up during the Bush era, there was the gay agenda. And if you look at Wikipedia, it was a conspiracy theory. But now you have narrative directors working at AAA companies. They don't call it the gay agenda. That's correct. They call it the LGBTQ plus agenda. Why do you pay money for a video game? Because you go to work, right? Gay people do this as well. Like, they go to work, they slave in the wage cage, and then they have to pay around $120 to play the game 3 days early. $120, that's a lot of money, isn't it? For a lot of people. If you're a corporate person doing these types of podcasts, you probably don't know the value of $120 because you got more than that. But for most people, especially outside of the United States, $120 is a lot of money to ask. So why would they pay it? And the answer is to get entertained. Because their lives are shit. Working in the wage cage, it is dehumanizing, it is soul crushing. You want to get home, you want to play a video game, and you want to be entertained. So that is why they pay $120. The other question is, why would you make a video game based on Wolverine? It's because you want to attract the people who like Wolverine. You want to get their money. You want to take their cash. They like Wolverine in their comics. Here's a game for you. So when you make something like that, you would think that the focus is to hire people that read comics, understand Wolverine, know the story of Wolverine, and more than that, know what makes a Wolverine story Wolverine, and then they implement that into the game. That should be like the primary concern. That should be like the primary focus if you want to make a Wolverine game and live with yourself knowing that you're taking away people's money. And the game that we're talking about here has Wolverine doing stealth mechanics and taking med packs. Do you think they did a good job at creating what Wolverine is? The essence? Like how Wolverine differs from, I don't know, Batman? Again, Wolverine takes medpacks in the video game. Now, maybe they have like a story reason for why Wolverine takes medpacks in the video. I don't fucking care. But like having it in is the problem. Like you shouldn't find out like how can we make Wolverine more generic? How can we make Wolverine more, you know, like maybe they did. I don't know, like maybe in the story they took his powers away. But why though? Why though? Like why aren't you making a game about Wolverine that feels as if you're Wolverine? And the answer is because that's not where the effort is being directed. The effort is being directed to push for the what the associative narrative director calls the LGBTQ plus agenda. And the question is like, you know, like why should I fund it though? Like why should I give my money to fund the LGBTQ plus agenda? I mean, I understand it's a noble cause. It's something. I mean, I'm dripping with tears here over the compassion and empathy of this lady. But I don't have a lot of cash. And this money wasn't set aside for charity. It was set aside for my entertainment because I work in the wage fucking cage. And I do need to blow off some steam. So this money is for entertainment. It's not for charity. Right? So you're not providing me entertainment. You're asking me to donate to charity here. To activist causes. And I don't even get a tax cut. So this is why people are upset. It's the priorities that AAA companies have nowadays, which is not to the story element, not to entertainment, but for charity causes, for philanthropic causes, which again, it's great. I would rather donate to the church, though, because at least you get some tax cuts if you do that. Meanwhile, donating to multi-billion-dollar multinational studios, while you're trying to make it philanthropic, I don't think it's that philanthropic. Insomniac Games. Imagine giving money to Insomniac Games that all they do with the money they wasted, like the last Spider-Man was around $400 million to make. Does it look like a $400 million game? You know, like they're wasting, wasteful capitalism. Why would I support this shit? So apparently, speaking at the recent GLAAD report, bemoaning the lack of LGBTQ characters in video games. I mean, again, this is absurd. If anyone bemoans the lack of LGBTQ characters in video games, they should never be taken seriously. Like that is a person that doesn't know what they're talking about. It's almost impossible to name video games that came out in the last 5 years that are from a AAA company that do not have LGBTQ plus characters in them. Like, you just do not know the industry. All you know is the talking point, but you're completely detached and disconnected. Like, the only way you can have characters that aren't LGBTQ plus is if the game just doesn't focus on relationships whatsoever. So it's like a grand strategy game. It's a sports game like FIFA, although even that one can have, you know, like if the actual real-life football player is gay, then he's going to be gay in the game, I guess. But it's not the focus of the game. But if you're talking about role-playing games, everyone has it. I mean, Baldur's Gate has it. Pathfinder has it. I mean, having gay characters in games has been done for decades now. It's not something new. But to invest all these resources into this issue, rather than like figuring out what makes Wolverine is baffling. Like, this is a game about Wolverine. It's not a romance simulator, right? Like, if it was a romance simulator, I would understand why you'd focus so much on this. But it's Wolverine. Do you think I want to see Wolverine and Charles Xavier tongue actioning? No, I want to see Wolverine having his X-Factor ability, doing cool combos, slashing people up, having gratuitous gore, saving a lady with a big plump ass. You can have men with plump ass. I mean, Wolverine himself can have a plump ass. Like, that's fine. You know, you want to satisfy the LGBT community, that's how you do it. You make Wolverine look very attractive, kind of like Kratos. And then you add some women that are also attractive for the non-LGBT audience, right? So that everyone that plays, regardless of your sexual orientation, has something to learn. They're not doing that, of course. What they're doing is that they're going to make Wolverine attractive, and they're going to make all the female characters look masculine, and give them manly jawlines, broad shoulders. That's what they're going to do. And again, like, this is why gamers are upset, because they know that this is the type of activism that's being done in the game. The focus is not on making an entertaining product, and they want $120 from us. They covet our wealth. And when we don't want to give them our wealth, their marketing tactics is all about belittling you for being homophobic or transphobic or whatever, just because you don't want to give the multi-billion-dollar company your $120. It's like, I'm sorry, it is what it is. I guess I'm going to have to listen to their marketing team belittle me a little bit more because my $120 is going to go for entertainment. I don't have money for activism. I don't earn that much, believe it or not. When I'll earn as much as this lady, sure, then we can talk about, buying products for ideological reasons and I can have luxury beliefs too. But until then, my money is quite limited. It's focused on paying the utilities, paying the rent, paying the mortgage, paying for food, paying for my new child. And then if I have anything left, it will be for entertainment. Because you need entertainment. Otherwise, you go insane. You need downtime. You need to relax a little bit. And this does not seem entertaining for me. A game where you play as the Wolverine and you got med packs and stealth action, no, that's not entertaining. Let me know what you guys think, though. And as usual, I will see you in the comment section. If you are entertained by this and you do have money to spend, there is a link to my subscribe star in the pinned comment. There's also a link to my live stream channel. I do live stream every day. Hopefully, I'll see you guys there. And in the meantime, take care.